Yo, what's up, Pisces? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of January 2018. Pisces, Happy New Year. 2018 starts off with some significant astrology. We've got two full moons this month. Both of them are super moons. One is a total lunar eclipse. That's the second one. So the first one is super moon. Second one's a super moon. Total lunar eclipse. Pretty substantial event. And then we've also got Uranus, which is going to be turning direct on January 2nd. And it's been retrograding since August 3rd, 2017. But the sun is going to be in an area for you, Pisces, throughout the month of January 2018. This area has to do with your friendships. It has to do with your social situation. This area is more of an upbeat part of your chart. So go out and have some fun, Pisces. Forget about put your professional thing off to the side. Go out, have fun, focus on your friendships. You're going to be more active on social media for the first 3 weeks of January, more active than you usually are. And then the sun's going to shift on January 19th. It's going to move into an area where you're going to need to get some rest. So get your partying in for the first 3 weeks of January 2018. Get your fun in, hang out with your friends. Go to your favorite social hotspots throughout the first 3 weeks of January 2018, because when the sun shifts on January 19th, it's going to move into an area for you that has to do with getting rest. It has to do with closure. It has to do with letting go. It has to do with secrets for some of you. But those are the main themes for you, Pisces, for the month of January 2018. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological influences that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. Right off the bat on January 1st, there's a full moon, and this one has to do with the development in your love life. So it could be any kind of development. You know, if you're having a great time with your current romance, great. Potentially, maybe you're going to be taking it to the next level with this person following the full moon on January 1st. If things haven't gone so well, maybe there's just some kind of difficulty in your love situation, well, you know, I'm not saying that all Pisces are going to go break up following the full moon on January 1st, but yeah, it is possible for some of you. So the way the full moon works, it's like, you know, potentially there's something going on for so long, and the universe says, Pisces, you know, this can't go on any longer. So now it's serving up the full moon. This one has to do with your love life. If you are in a difficult love life situation, I'm not saying you're definitely going to break up, but for some of you, it might be a possibility. And if that's the case, then you shouldn't let it concern you too much, because it just means that there's someone better who's coming down the pike for you. If you're single, I'm not saying there's definitely going to be someone coming into your life for romance, but yeah, there is the possibility following this full moon on the 1st of January, Pisces. If you're single, maybe somebody will come into your life for romance. What can you do to precipitate that? Also, this has to do with creativity. So potentially there's going to be a development regarding creativity for some of you if you're a creative Pisces. On January 2nd, Uranus is finally moving forward. It's been retrograding since August 3rd, 2017. It's quite some time. So for the past 5 months, Uranus has been retrograding in this area that has to do with your money. So some of you, maybe there's been a delay regarding your money. Money's been put on hold. Maybe there's just been some sort of review regarding money. So R for retrograde, R for review, or revision potentially. Now this also has to do with the area of where you earn your money. So maybe the road hasn't been so smooth in the area where you earn your money in the past 5 months since Uranus has been retrograding there. Now all of a sudden, Uranus is going to move forward on January 2nd. Now things are going to be a lot smoother regarding the area where you earn your money, Pisces. On January 8th, Venus is making a positive angle to Jupiter. And this suggests for some of you, this is about love in your friendships or your social situation, or, you know, potentially some of you are attracted to someone on social media. And it's making a positive angle to Jupiter. So this is a pretty rare scenario, but somehow faraway places might be factoring into this for you. That's pretty specific. I'm not saying that's going to happen to all of you. Others of you somehow maybe have some sort of involvement with someone who's in a cultural background that's different from yours. These are all pretty specific scenarios, but, you know, I'm looking at the position of Jupiter, and it's going to be in this area for another 11 months. So, you know, some of you do have developments. Now, regarding this area, this also has to do with spirituality. So potentially some of you might have an attraction for a spiritual figure potentially. And this is actually a good day. January 8th is a good day for meeting someone online for love. If if you're single and you haven't tried online dating, maybe you want to give it a try. And you know what? That might be it for some of you. Maybe that's how a faraway place is factoring into this for some of you. Don't limit your search to locality. Whatever. I don't use online dating apps, but I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm not against it at all. I think expand your horizons. Is there any way on these dating apps that you could set it for different parts of the country? You don't want to just regulate yourself to one specific area. So if you're single, don't be afraid to check out to see what the availability of potential love candidates is in another part of the country. And if it goes from country to country, who knows? Maybe there's somebody even who's in another country who would be a good match for you. On January 13th, Venus is making more of a difficult angle to Uranus. And this one suggests that, some of you're just spending too much money in your social life. So, I know how you can be sometimes, Pisces. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Everybody likes to go out and have fun and party, and you want to go drink and have fun and have a good time. But, sometimes you just got to watch out how much you're splurging. You might be splurging a little bit too much in your social life, too much spending money at the bar, too many shots, too many mixed drinks. Whatever you're doing, you're going out, you're having a good time, but it's a little bit too much sometimes. So there might be a red flag right there on January 13th. And on January 16th, there's a new moon in an area for you that has to do with your friendships. So I'm not saying all Pisces are going to start making new friends in the 6 months that follow January 16th, but yeah, maybe some of you will. So in the 6 months that follow January 16th, potentially a few of you might see some new friendships start to come into the picture. If that's not the case, maybe you're going to start occupying new places socially. So maybe that's good for you, Pisces. Maybe you go to the same places too much socially. You always go to the same. Some of you always go to the same places over and over socially. Try something new. Here's opportunity. The full moon, not the full moon. The new moon. It's new. It's going to hit on January 16th. It has to do with your social life. Go somewhere new. Stop going to the same place. Some of you go to the same places over and over and over. It's time to check out a new venue. This also has to do with technology. Some of you might be upgrading your technology. You got any old, outdated technology in your life? Get rid of that dinosaur phone. Time to get something new. So some of you need to upgrade your technology, whether it's a software update or whatever it may be. It's going to happen in the 6 months that follow January 16th. On January 18th, Mars is aspecting Chiron, and this one is like, Chiron's in your sign. You're probably feeling a little bit sensitive. This might have something to do with somebody who's in a faraway place. This is a specific scenario, but Mars is in this area that has to do with faraway places for you on January 18th. So if you are a Pisces that knows somebody in a faraway place or has something to do in your life with a faraway place, you're going to notice something about it on January 18th. If that's not the case, then potentially this has to do with someone who's from a cultural background that's different from yours. Maybe they're local, but they're just from a foreign culture of some sort. Or, potentially this has to do with spirituality. Maybe some of you are having difficulty understanding a spiritual subject, so right around January 18th. Or, maybe this has to do with difficulty. Maybe you always had a certain set of spiritual beliefs, and now all of a sudden, something's coming in to test that. So open your mind, Pisces. You're not God. You don't know, what comes next. So just be open to different perspectives. Being open to different perspectives is really important. And I think, maybe that's going to be a little bit of a wake-up call for you right around January 18th for some of you. On January 24th, Mercury is aligning with Pluto, and this is sort of a deep conversation with someone in your friendship. So Pluto is depth, Pluto is passion, Pluto is intensity. So this conversation that you're having in your friendships might be any of the aforementioned. Maybe it's going to take place on social media. Maybe you're just going to talk to your friends in person. Maybe you're communicating something. Maybe you're going on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. You're posting up something pretty intense or depth or passionate, profound, whatever. It's going to resonate differently for each of you. On January 28th, Mercury is making more of a difficult angle to Uranus. Here we go again. Some of you spending too much money in your social life. not enough time focusing on making what you need to focus maybe more on what you're doing to make money on January 28th as opposed to spending it, or vice versa. Maybe there's actually like a work-life balance here. Maybe there's like, some of you maybe just like that some of you actually spend too much time in the area where you earn your money. That's how it might resonate for some of you. Maybe some of you actually do need to focus a little bit more on your social life, so it could go either way. It's one or the other. You're either spending too much time in the area where you make your money or too much time in your social life. There needs to be a balance. January 31st, there's a full moon, total lunar eclipse, and this one has to do with your work life. Eclipses have to do with the breaking away. I'm not saying that all Pisces are going to go breaking away from, whatever they've been doing to, for your work life or your job. There just might be some sort of change for some of you. Could be some sort of positive development that has to do with your fate. This also has to do with your health. Maybe some red flags getting raised for those of you who don't work out. You need to start working out. Working out's important. Exercise is important. And for those of you who are fitness gurus already, potentially some different stuff coming in for your existing fitness. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next month.